So?
Which is that? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. حي على الفلاح. حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر، الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له. وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء. واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم. ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. فيا عباد الله أوصيكم وأوصي نفسي بتقوى الله. Respected brothers and sisters in Iman, having praised Allah Azza wa Jalla, for all praise are for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and having sent salutation of mercy, blessings and exaltation of Allah to descend upon khayri khalqih, the best of his creation, Muhammad ibn Abdullah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be pleased with Sahaba. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala connect our hearts as one ummah, that we travel this journey until we meet with Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam fi Jannatil Firdaus al-A'la. Respected brothers in Iman, I advise you, starting by myself, that together we should fear Allah Azza wa Jalla. We should be mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We should be conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving a promise. He say, إِنَّمَا يَتَقَبَّلُ اللَّهُ مِنَ الْمُتَّقِينَ. You are very safe if you traveled a journey of taqwa. You are very safe because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَعَقِبَةُ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. وَالْعَاقِبَةُ لِلتَّقْوَى. But the good end is for those who feared Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fi sirri wal alan, in this world. Ahbab Rasulillah. Today is Yawm Ashuraa, 10th of Muharram. This day marks a day of deliverance, but also an-nasru lil mu'minin, a day of deliverance, but also a day of victory for the believers. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is promising fi Surah Ghafir, chapter 40, ayah number 51, Inna lanansuru rusulana walladhina amanu fil hayati dunya wa yawma yaqumul ashhad. This is sunnah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to give believers nasr, victory, to make the believers to be victorious. It comes with some pain, it comes with some hardship, it comes with some difficulties. Like at the end, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, verily, I, Allah, gives victory. I, Allah, will always make the believers to prevail over those who disbelieves in this world, but also on the day of Qiyamah, when the witnesses will stand, when we will stand in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is this promise of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that was fulfilled on a day like this. And this is what happens. في صحيح البخاري, Abdullah ibn Abbas radiyallahu anhuma says that لما قدم النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم المدينة, when the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم arrived in Medina, وجد وفي رواية رأى اليهود تصوم يوم عاشوراء. رأى اليهود يصومون يوم عاشوراء. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam found or saw al-Yahud fasting on the day of Ashura, the 10th of Muharram. فقال أو فسئلوا, they were then asked, or Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam asked them, ما هذا? What is this? قالوا, they say, هذا يوم عظيم. In another narration, they said, هذا يوم صالح. This is a great day. What makes it great? What makes it great? He say, يوم نجى الله فيه موسى وقومه وأغرق فيه وغرق الله فيه فرعون وقومه. This is the day on which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved and delivered Musa alayhi salam and Muslims of that time from Fir'aun and his what? And his people. And this is the day when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala destroyed by drowning Fir'aun and his people. فَصَامَهُ Musa. Then Musa alayhi salam fasted, according to another hadith, تَعْظِيمًا لَهُ أَوْ شُكْرًا لِلَّهِ. So Musa alayhi salam fasted as a means of being grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they said, we are fasting to follow the footsteps of Musa alayhi salam. فَقَالَ النَّبِيُّ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ. The Prophet of Allah, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, then said, نَحْنُ أَحَقُّ وَأَوْلَى بِمُوسَى مِنْكُمْ. That we are more closer and we have more rights and we are more deserving to follow Musa than you. We are more closer to Musa alayhi salam and we have more rights, okay, on nearness to Musa alayhi salam than you. فَصَامَهُ النَّبِيُّ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ. Then the Prophet of Allah fasted on that day. وَأَمَرَ بِصِيَامِهِ. Then he also instructed Sahaba to fast on that day. Rasulullah fasted for some days, and then he said that if I live until next year, لَأَصُومَنَّ التَّاسِعَ. I will also fast on the 9th. Then it becomes sunnah to fast on the 9th and 10th. And we know the reward. Of course, the first reward, the general reward of fasting, nobody knows except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam telling us, and this is a portion of Hadith al-Qudsi, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing us through the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that إلا الصيام فإنه لي وأنا أجزي به. Right? كل عمل ابن آدم له إلا الصيام فإنه لي وأنا أجزي به. All actions and all deeds that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has enjoined upon son of Adam is his. And وَالْحَسَنَةُ بِعَشْرِ أَمْثَالِهَا. If you do one, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that it will be extended in reward to how many? To 10. Right? But he said, إِلَّا الصِّيَامَ إِلَّا الصَّوْمَ فَإِنَّهُ لِي وَأَنَا أَجْزِي بِهِ. For fasting is mine, is for me, and I, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, myself will reward it. So you can imagine fasting for a day, even though Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam also hinted. He said in a hadith that fasting on the day of Arafah expiates or erases sins committed for a year. 1 year. You fast for a day, a sin committed in a period of 1 year is forgiven by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So yes, we've been reminding ourselves to be fasting yesterday and today. And if you did not fast yesterday and you're fasting today, it is also allowed to fast tomorrow. Today and tomorrow. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will definitely reward you with the best reward, because He has promised, Wallahu la yukhliful mi'ad. I want to take you for a journey quickly. What was behind this? That is a text, but what is the context? Last week, we stopped at Musa alayhi salam arriving in Madian. And he is seeing people drawing water from the well. وَوَجَدَ مِن دُونِهِمْ امْرَأَتَانِ تَذُودَانِ. And is finding these two women, two girls, standing on the side of the well. So then Musa alayhi salam has problems. He's a refugee. He's a fugitive. No home, no food, no job, no family. Nobody knows him. But Musa alayhi salam is putting aside his problems. And he is doing what many Muslims don't do today. Many Muslims don't do this. Each one of us is crying on his own. My problem, my problem, my problem. And then, alhamdulillah, we are acting. We are acting. We love our deen. Lakin, we are not active enough. We don't come forward. We have to be begged. Brothers, give sadaqah. Brothers, please do this. Our deen has become, please, please, please. Musa alayhi salam is in need. He's arriving in a foreign land, and you can imagine, he went to those girls. Qala, he said, Ma khatbukuma. Qala ma khatbukuma. He never said many words. The difference is that we talk too much and we do less. Musa alayhi salam spoke one word and he followed it with action. This is what Islam requires, that we speak less and we do much. Na'am, this is what we learn from that. So it is them who said, they explained their situation and condition. At the end, because we covered this last week, Musa alayhi salam went forward and فَسَقَى لَهُمَا ثُمَّ تَوَلَّى إِلَى الظِّلِّ فَقَالَ رَبِّ لِمَا أَنزَلْتَ إِلَيَّ مِنْ خَيْرٍ فَخِيرٍ. Musa alayhi salam never told them, do you know my needs? I'm this, I'm that, I need this. I just arrived here. La. He identified the need. And he knew that he is required to fulfill that need of other Muslims. And so he went and drew water and helped them to water their animals. Then he came and relaxed under a shade. And now he is crying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have been talking about Alyaqeen and Tawakkul. Alyaqeen al-Haqiqi wa Tawakkul al-Haqiqi. We can learn it from this. It's very open. Musa is crying to Allah, Rabbi, lima anzalta ilayya min khayrin faqir. I'm desperately in need of any khayr that you're going to reveal on me, oh Allah. Ya Allah, I will receive it. Was dua of Musa alayhi salam accepted? So the girls went away. They informed their father of what happened. So the father told them to go and call Musa alayhi salam. So Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that وَجَاءَتْ إِحْدَاهُمَا تَمْشِ وَجَاءَتْ إِحْدَاهُمَا تَمْشِي عَلَى اسْتِحْيَاءٍ. One of them came to Musa alayhi salam walking but in bashfulness. She is shy, and a Muslim has to be shy, both men and women. لأن الحياء من الإيمان كما قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم. You have to be shy a little bit, especially when it comes to haram. A Muslim has to be brave when it comes to acting upon your deen. You have to be brave, ash-shaja'a. But when it comes to haram, you have to be shy and you have to have that bashfulness. So she came, and that shows how a Muslim woman should behave. And that also shows how a man should behave. So then she told Musa, Inna abi yad'uka liyajziyaka ajra ma saqayta lana. My father, verily my father invites you home to reward you for the services that you have provided for us. You didn't know us. You drew water and you watered our animals. Musa alayhi salam is following her. When they arrived, فَلَمَّا جَاءَهُ وَقَصَّ عَلَيْهِ الْقَصَصِ. When he arrived at this home, and also it is said that this home was a home of Nabi, min Anbiya illah, Nabi Shu'aib alayhi salam. So Allah is taking him from the bite of Al-La'in, Fir'aun, Al-Zalim, to the house of Nabi Allah. Can you imagine? Nabi Musa alayhi salam's dua is accepted. فَلَمَّا جَاءَهُ وَقَصَّ عَلَيْهِ الْقَصَصِ قَالَ لَا تَخَفْ. Nabi of Allah is telling him, do not be afraid again. نَجَوْتَ مِنَ الْقَوْمِ الظَّالِمِينَ. You have been saved. You are safe from the wrongdoing people, from the unjust people. Few hours ago, Musa was a refugee. I'm repeating this so that it can sink in your minds. Musa alayhi salam came to a foreign land. No mother, no father, no relatives, no brothers. Musa alayhi salam does not have address. Musa alayhi salam doesn't know where is he gonna sleep. Musa does not know who is gonna. Lakin, one thing he knew, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take care of him. He knew that. Remember, before he left Egypt, قال ربي نجني من القوم الظالمين. On his way, فلما توجه تلقاء مدينة قال عسى ربي أن يهديني سواء السبيل. He is connecting to Allah in Egypt. He is on his way, connecting to Allah, believing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will guide him to the right direction. He is in Madian. He does not tell people his problem. ثم تولى إلى الظل فقال ربي لما أنزلت إلي من خير فقير. He is only crying to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because he is demonstrating his connection with Allah, taqwa. But he's also demonstrating al-yaqeen wa tawakkul ala Allah. Now, few hours ago, he does not know. Some mufassirun say that between al-asr wal maghrib, all his problems were solved. Between al-asr and maghrib, from the time he made that dua until maghrib, all his problems were solved. Musa alayhi salam got a family. Inna abi yad'uka liyajziyaka ajra ma saqayta lana. And then, without even asking for job, just for serving, Nabi Shu'aib tells him that inni uridu an unkihaka ihda ibnatayya hatayni ala an ta'jurani thamaniya hijaj. Musa alayhi salam is getting job without application. Some of us are really suffering. And sometimes we have 3 jobs like today, and wallahi, we are not even happy with 3 jobs. Somebody has 3 jobs, but he cries, go and ask him for $10. Or tell him, brother, donate $100 for the masjid. He cries more than a jobless. Somebody doesn't have a job. Because there is no barakah. There is no barakah in what we earn. And if we have 2, 3, 4 jobs, then our tawakkul and alyaqeen in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is weak. Sometimes we think that, oh, it's my strength, I make it myself. It's because of my strength. La. Al-Razaq huwa Allah. Al-Mu'ti huwa Allah. Al-Mannan huwa Allah. Al-Wahhab huwa Allah. It's not you. Any job that you do, You do not earn those money because of your power, because of your strength. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Musa alayhi salam did not apply for a job in a foreign land, and now he's being offered a job. He tells him, look, I'm an old man, as my daughters told you, and I only have 2 girls here. Look, I don't just want to reward you with maybe $1 like we may think. I want you to stay with me. I'm giving you a job. But listen, I don't just want to give you a job to go. I want you to be my son-in-law. I want to marry you, one of my daughters, on condition that you serve under me for 8 years. فَإِنْ أَتْمَمْتَ عَشْرًا فَمِنْ عِنْدِكَ. But if you extend it to 10, then that is goodness from you. وَمَا أُرِيدُ أَنْ أَشُقَّ عَلَيْكَ. And I do not want to make things difficult or hard on you. سَتَجِدُنِي إِنْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ مِنَ الصَّالِحِينَ. You will find me among the good people. Among the good people. I'm not going to break my promise. Musa is having a job. Musa alayhi salam is having a home. And Musa alayhi salam is having a wife without even al-khitbah. Allahu Akbar. At-tawakkul ala Allah. At-tawakkul ala Allah. Wal-yaqeenu billah. At-tawakkul, my brothers. I quoted a hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam the other week when we started this topic, that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, لَوْ أَنَّكُمْ تَتَوَكَّلُونَ عَلَى اللَّهِ حَقَّ تَوَكُّلِ لَرَزَقَكُمْ كَمَا يَرْزُقُ الطَّيْرُ تَغْدُو خِمَاسًا وَتَرُوحُ بِطَانًا. If you were to trust in Allah, if you were to rely on Allah, if you were to put your trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sincerely and truthfully, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would have provided you as He provides birds. Which university do birds attend to get a good job, to get $200,000, $300,000, $400,000? Which university? Oxford? DU? Which? How many shops do you see, birds opening to get customers who can buy commodities or whatever from them? Lakin look at the example given to us by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What is needed from us is that haqqa tawakkul. It has to be sincere, it has to be true, and then it has to continue, because birds wakes up min awkariha, yani they wake up from their nests, there is nothing in their stomach, and when they come back home, they come when their bellies or stomachs are full, and they even have extra to feed their children. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is encouraging us to connect with Him, to trust in Him, but also to believe in Him with certainty. So Musa alayhi salam lived here, they agreed, and then when he completed this, he left with his family. Musa is now a family man. He's not afraid. He is in the jungle. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, هَلْ أَتَاكَ حَدِيثُ مُوسَى إِذْ رَأَى نَارًا فقال لأهلهم كثوا إني آنست نارا لعلي آتيكم منها بقبس أو أجد على النار هدى. He's seeing fire in this jungle, and he is telling his family, stay here, let me go there and see. I may bring you some burning brand of fire, or I may find some guidance there. فلما أتاها نودي يا موسى إني أنا ربك فاخلع عليك إنك بالوادي المقدس طوى وأنا اخترتك فاستمع لما يوحى إنني أنا الله لا إله إلا أنا فاعبدني وأقم الصلاة لذكري. Musa is receiving wahi officially. Allah tells him, إنني أنا الله, verily I am Allah, لا إله إلا أنا, none has the right to be worshipped except Allah, لا معبود بحق إلا الله فاعبدني, so worship me, O Musa. وَأَقِمِ الصَّلَاةَ لِذِكْرِ, and establish prayers for my remembrance. And then the ayah continues. But the biggest mission is Allah tells him, اذهب إلى فرعون إنه طغى. Now I'm sending you, Musa. Go back to Fir'aun, go back to Egypt. For Fir'aun has transgressed the boundaries. فَقُلْ هَلْ لَكَ إِلَىٰ أَن تَزَكَّى وَأَهْدِيَكَ إِلَىٰ رَبِّكَ فَتَخْشَىٰ. Give him chance. O Fir'aun, do you want to be guided? Do you want to be purified? Because you are filthy. Your aqidah is batila, fasida. You are a mushrik. You are even claiming to be Allah. فحشر فنادى فقال أنا ربكم الأعلى. He gathered people and then he spoke proudly with pride and he said, I am your Lord the Most High. So he told يعني هل لك إلى أن تزكى وأهديك إلى ربك فتخشى. If you accept, if you want to purify yourself, here is the chance that I, Musa alayhi salam, a messenger of Allah, I will guide you to Allah and you will be purified. Did he receive this? He started argument. He started, he tried to make Musa alayhi salam guilty. He told him, look, you alam nurabbika fina walida ولبثت فينا من عمرك سنين وفعلت فعلتك التي فعلت وأنت من الكافرين. So he's making Musa alayhi salam guilty. I raised you here. Didn't we raise you here as an infant? And you lived amongst us. In fact, Musa alayhi salam lived in the house of Pharaoh. And you committed a crime that you committed when you were ungrateful, O Musa. So Musa alayhi salam told him, I did that when I was an ignorant person. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guided me, and I think we covered that Musa alayhi salam did not intend to kill that person. He hit him, and then it happened that he died. Then Musa alayhi salam asked Allah for forgiveness, and Allah forgave him. So at the end, Musa alayhi salam is giving him chance to be guided, to believe in at-Tawheed. But also there was another message that he should leave Banu Israel to Musa alayhi salam. He should not enslave Banu Israel. He refused to be guided. He refused to be a Muslim, but then he went to war against Musa. He threatened him with a lot of threats. He continued enslaving, torturing, and punishing and persecuting al-Muslimun of that time. So then came a story when Musa alayhi salam is given 9 ayat by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because Fir'aun is a very difficult person, right? So Fir'aun is gathering all as-Sahara wal-Kahana, the top magicians in the country. And they are now gathering. And they asked Fir'aun, if we win, if we prevail, are you going to give us some reward? Fir'aun told them, I'm going to give you such a great reward. And I will even bring you closer to me. So now everybody is gathered who could attend such a big gathering. So who is going to start? Musa alayhi salam is guided by Allah to inform them that you, bal antum mulqun, you will be the first ones to demonstrate what you have. Remember, this is La ilaha illallah versus what? Versus shaitan, kufr and shirk. So they threw hibalahum wa isiyahum. They threw their staffs and their strings, and it appeared to be some small snakes here and there. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling Musa, cast down the staff. And this staff of Musa alayhi salam turned to a serpent, a big snake, and swallowed all their, whatever appeared to be snakes. And immediately when this happened, do you know what happened? All those magicians who came bow in prostration to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They bowed in prostration to Allah. And then they said while in prostration, Amanna bi Rabbi Musa wa Harun. Amanna bi Rabbil Alameen. They are saying that we believe in the Lord of Musa and Harun. I want you to learn something as we are coming towards the end of this khutbah. Who guided these hearts of Al-Kahana was Sahara to prostrate to Allah, declaring their Shahada? Is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. هو أعلم بمن ضل عن سبيله وهو أعلم بمن اهتدى. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows who is misguided from his right path, and Allah knows who is guided. As-Sahara wal-Kahana taking Shahada and they're becoming Muslims, and then Fir'aun al-La'in is threatening them again that he will, crucify them, and then he will torture them, and he will cut their limbs into opposite. If he cut your left leg, he's also going to cut your right hand. But they never gave up. They never turned away. They never gave up their Islam. We can talk, inshallah, about what they said as a result of threats by Fir'aun. So now, Allah has given Fir'aun a chance to be guided. He refused. He insisted in his kufr and shirk. He insisted that he is that God himself. Fir'aun is insisting and persisting in enslaving Bani Israel. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving Musa that وَأَسْرِ بِعِبَادِي لَيْلًا إِنَّكُمْ مُتَّبَعُونَ. Now you have to live with Muslims who believes in you. You have to live with them towards the sea. But I want to tell you, Musa, that you will be followed. You will be pursued by Fir'aun and his followers. So now they left. And they are seeing the sea in front of them. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَلَمَّا تَرَى الْجَمْعَانِ. When the two groups could see one another, Fir'aun and his people are seeing that is Musa and his people, and Muslims of that time who are following Musa alayhi salam are also seeing that Fir'aun is leading his big army coming. قال أصحاب موسى, some followers among people of Musa, they said, Inna lamudrakun. Some of them are giving up, and this happened to some of us. They say, oh Musa, for sure, these people are reaching us, and they just imagine how Fir'aun is cruel, how tyrannically he's gonna slaughter them. Fir'aun did not come to take them back to Egypt, he came to slaughter them and end their lives. They say, Inna lamudrakun, we have been found, we have been caught. Here is the sea in front of us. My brothers and sisters in Islam, anything that appears to be difficult for you is not difficult with Allah. Anything that you perceive as difficult is not difficult with Allah. رُبَّ ضَارَّ نَافِعَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Inna ma'al usri yusra. Allah does not say, Inna ba'da al-usri yusra. He say, Inna ma'al usri yusra. Yani when you are going through hardship, you have to know that ease is connected to that hardship. That is the aqeedah and belief of a Muslim. Water is in front of you, really, me and you. How are we going to cross this water? No ships. It's a multitude of Banu Israel. And Fir'aun is also coming. He is prepared to slaughter these people. But Musa alayhi salam is demonstrating again his yaqeen, his belief in Allah, his yaqeen and tawakkul. قَالَ كَلَّا إِنَّ مَعِيَ رَبِّي سَيَهْدِينِ. Musa alayhi salam is telling them, nay, do not say what you are saying. What you are saying is wrong. Do not say that Fir'aun is going to slaughter us. Yes, ocean is in front of us. Like in who created ocean? Who created water? Water is also submitting to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Musa alayhi salam, he said, قَالَ كَلَّا. He said, nay, إِنَّ مَعِيَ رَبِّي سَيَهْدِينِ. I, Musa, have my Lord Allah. He will guide me. How many of us find themselves in that level of iman and tawakkul and yaqeen? How comes that we cry more than we trust in Allah? How comes that we complain more than we trust in Allah? How comes that we are so spoiled? We are so spoiled. We do not thank Allah for His ni'am upon us more than we cry when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala idha ibtalana Allah. When Allah tests us with a small thing, we start crying, and some of us are giving up. This is when they don't even worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give Musa alayhi salam the way? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is summarizing this. He say, وَإِذْ فَرَقْنَا بِكُمُ الْبَحْرَ. And remember, Allah is reminding Bani Israel, and remember when we splitted and separated the ocean for you. فَأَنْجَيْنَاكُمْ وَإِذْ فَرَقْنَا بِكُمُ الْبَحْرَ فَأَنْجَيْنَاكُمْ. And we saved you from the hands of Fir'aun. وَأَغْرَقْنَا آلَ فِرْعَوْنَ وَأَنْتُمْ تَنْظُرُونَ. Don't you remember? When you almost giving up, when you almost believing that Fir'aun has some power, he's going to kill you. You remember? When I splitted the ocean, when most of you knew that maybe this may not happen, فَأَنْجَيْنَاكُمْ. And as a result, I saved you from that. وَأَغْرَقْنَا آلَ فِرْعَوْنَ. And I made the ocean to drown Fir'aun and his people. وَأَنْتُمْ تَنْظُرُونَ. When you are seeing. So Muslims are witnessing Fir'aun, who was killing them yesterday, killing their children. إِنَّ فِرْعَوْنَ عَلَى فِي الْأَرْضِ وَجَعَلَ أَهْلَهَا شِيَعًا يَسْتَضْعِفُ طَائِفَةً مِّنْهُمْ يُذَبِّحُ أَبْنَاءَهُمْ وَيَسْتَحْيِي نِسَاءَهُمْ